And 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Amal, and joining me tonight I have Andy, George, and Carl. And we are the Monday Blues, coming to you off the back of yet another heartbreaking pre-season injury for the Blues.
Which one?
I swear.
Oh man,
There's only one.
Where do you start?
There's only one.
Where do you start? Well, let's just look before we get into the injuries. We'll quickly go around the grounds and just see how the boys are doing. Andy, we'll start with you.
I'm all right, bro. I'm all right. I'm doing better than a lot of Carlton players.
Don't lie, Andy.
I was crashing out today, bro. I was losing my mind for the last 48 hours. I've been losing it. We're all right, bro. How you boys doing, Carl?
Yeah, you know, just another day. Just another day being a Carlton supporter, isn't it? Just doesn't even surprise you anymore. Well, who's next? Who's tomorrow? How you going, George?
Yeah, it was a bit of a crappy end to the weekend, wasn't it? And start to the week, whatever, what have you. You know, another standard copy and paste pre-season. Not ideal on the eve of the season. And actually, shout out to everyone in the chat. Part-time Mus, says Scotty. Mus is an absentee today.
He's injured. He got injured.
I'll bring up Mus in a second, actually. I've got a bone to pick with Mus. I think, actually, Andy called this out in the chat earlier.
Yes, I thought about it today, bro. We've actually... Go on, Georgie. We'll get back.
No. I was going to actually throw to you, but yeah, it's been bang average. Just bring on the season, man. Bring on the bounce, and just I don't know, man. Do you boycott the GWS game right now? Andy picked something out in the chat today. I'm going to throw to you, mate, because I'm filthy.
Telling you, I thought about it today, and I'm like, I swear I remember this one thing that one person said, and I was like, nah, maybe did I dream it? So I did some digging. I got the shovel out and I started digging. And I found something from our last episode. Georgie, take it away.
Oh, no.
I don't even want to show this, but...
oh, no. This is bad.
All right, let's roll it.
Yeah, just to put a damper on it all. We're one injury away from not making the finals. Just putting that out there.
One.
Yeah.
Why?
Single. Solitary one.
But why?
One injury away.
Give us.
And
give us
you
the
know
why,
what? We've got a few
why do you
weeks
think that?
left.
Yeah, why?
We've got a few weeks left, right? And there's one more. I can just feel that there's one more bad one coming up. It's going to be like half a season or something.
This bloke just put some moz on us. Bloody
He's
moz.
the curse.
He's not wrong.
He's the curse.
Hey, he's not wrong.
And he's not here to face up. He's not here to face the music. He's not here to face the music.
From now on, I'm calling him Mustadamus.
What's the dumbest?
What's the dumbass?
What's the dumbest? Here he is. He's in the chat.
Come and face the music, man.
I love it. I love it. Hey, shout out to everyone in the chat. I just want to ask him, how are you all feeling? Because I know how we're feeling. Right? We've got a group chat and we're, but how's everyone in the chat feeling? How's it been the last, 72 hours or whatever? So let us know in the comments how you're feeling. Hit the like button, by the way. There's 50 of yous and we're on 16. So I reckon we can get that up to 30. So do that. Boys, let's just start. Let's just start with the practice match.
Yeah, let's start with the practice match. What were the overall thoughts of how the boys played in the first half? Because I think it was in the second half they took off a lot of the senior players, brought on a few of the young boys, and obviously the dynamic just changed altogether. But for the first half, what did you think, Carl?
As in, what are we talking about? Game plan?
Whatever. What did you see? What did your eyes indulge in?
I watched bits and pieces. I didn't watch the whole game. Honestly, I watched hardly any of it. And when I did watch bits of it, I seen the same shit. Fumbling the ball, missed kicks, and the main one was the long bombs.
Yes.
So
it's back.
Pre-season practice game, whatever you want to call it. If you're going to try anything new, I think this is the time to try it. So we haven't got anything new. That's what we haven't.
Yeah, nah.
So we're still where we are last year, but with more injuries and more players gone. So we're fucked.
Someone said something to me the other day, yesterday. Sorry, made me laugh. It made me laugh so much. They're like, oh, bro, you know, maybe they don't want to show their tactics, practice match, this, that. I'm like, cuz, we're not even that good to like pretend like we're not.
Yeah.
You know? Like we're not. I don't understand.
I think when we play good, it's pretending. It's an accident.
I'll tell you one positive. Harry in the first, how sharp did he look? Like he looked on contested marking. He was slotting them. I know, Carl, you were getting nervous with the 15 meters out snap.
Whoa.
Aiden, we can't hit targets.
Yeah,
we can't hit targets because we're not even aiming for them. We're just aiming for a tall 100 meters down the ground. That's
very
windy day. Very windy day. I'll give him that. No, I don't want to pull excuses, but very, very, very windy day.
How come St Kilda hit targets?
Yeah, I don't know, George. Yeah.
Playing in the same wind. They're playing in the same wind. It was the same 37 degrees. I don't know, man. Oh, do we excuse their poor skills? Do we just because we talk about it quite a bit, and we have in the past. But do you think, as an overall fan base, do you think we overlook just how poor some of our skills are?
I don't think we overlook it. I think we've been talking about it for a long time.
I'm talking about as a general fan base. Like, do you think the team gets away with a lot? Do you think there's not enough outrage, on not enough demand from the members and supporters to ask questions about why are our skills at a sub level? Especially when we're supposed to be in the window. I'm sick of saying the window.
I think to answer you, the way, when we start slicing up teams and we go on the counter, we get on that run, that probably excuses a lot of the getting the basics wrong, right? So, in fact, a lot of the getting the basics right, the fundamentals of footy, you're hitting your targets, you're playing out of the back line and whatnot. A lot of our stuff just feels like we're just, just throw something out there and see what works. And we've relied on a lot of talent over actual skill and execution for such a long time, whether it be Harry, whether it be Cripps, whether it be Charlie, whether it be Wiedering. Aiden's asked the question there that it's started to circle it around now, the impossible losing to Richmond. But I think what excuses it, Andy, is that when we go on that run and we have those flashy goals in the end to end, and a lot of it feels like it's, it just works for us. It probably overshadows a lot of the stuff that doesn't. And we said it last year as well. Sometimes when we have some really good wins, there's still some cracks. I think it was very early in the season, the wins we were getting, but there were a lot of cracks and a lot of skill areas. But I think that's where when we, as a fan base, I guess, excuse some of that stuff because some of the output on the other side might be very high.
This is a very good comment. Shout out Only Carlton. If you're not following him on TikTok and Instagram, make sure you're following him. Amazing Carlton content. Yep. Brilliant comment. Where a lot of the supporters aren't really accustomed to criticism from of players. They get defensive of like criticism, and I think that's something the club has kind of instilled. And I want to piggyback off that. Harry Mackay a few weeks ago came out and said that winning a premiership doesn't define him and whatever. And maybe he was taken out of context and all that, but as a supporter, I don't want to hear that, right? Now, today, our captain, Patrick Cripps, has come out and said, yeah, look, we're going to win 5 or 6 games and everything's going to be good, but we're also going to lose 2 in a row or whatever, and that's how we adapt. And I get what he's saying. I do get what he's saying. But why are you even putting that out there? Why, why are you... It's almost like they're trying to kind of settle the scrutiny already. They're trying to.
We are going to lose.
Yeah, just they're trying to temper expectations already, and I'm just worried about that. I'm worried about the language I've been hearing coming out of the club. So I don't know. When I watched the practice match on the weekend, I watched the replay. I didn't watch it live.
Same shit.
It was just whatever. I didn't know what to take out of it. I think the players, the young boys, had an opportunity to really step up in that second half, and I don't think anybody kind of took that opportunity. I think, all right, we looked all right when everybody was on the park in the first quarter. We're still a good team, right? I think everybody's forgetting that we are a good team. We were second on the ladder at round 16. I think people just need to like chill out a bit. The season's not done. All right. Everybody's saying, it's over 2026, this, that. Just relax. We're all good. Yeah, I think we're all good. But I'm not excited. I don't think there's like anything, there's nothing excited me from the weekend. And maybe that was the plan. Maybe the plan was, you know what, just get some kilometers in your legs. Don't worry about anything else. Just get some run.
Just get injured.
Like you said nothing excited you over the weekend. There's got to be some form of positive. Like, I mean, I took Jesse's game as a step in the right direction. Like he's, for me, that was probably a positive I took out. Harry's first quarter he looked really strong. He looked like he's going to obviously do a job. I dare say, we'll talk about it soon as well. I don't think the club is being very forthcoming about Charlie either, but filling in for Charlie in the first round or two. But I think Jesse's game was good. And now we got to look at it as what opportunities can some of these young players take in the absence of your Jagga, your Newman. Anyone else take anything positive out of the game? Because I know we've got a lot to unpack that is not going well. But any positives?
The other, adding to those list of players that stood out, I thought TDK looked, he was just on fire throughout. And Chera, who I have been his number one critic, even though he was injured for most of last season, but I thought he looked really, really good. But a couple of players aren't going to make the difference between Carlton making the grand final or not. It takes a whole team, and you're going to have weak links, you're going to have your strong links and everything like that, but it all comes down to the game plan, and the game plan looked rubbish. The same shit that we've seen all year last year, and I was excited leading up to the practice match, to the sim, just to see what we were going to produce, because the match sim, the intra-club match sim that they had a couple of days before that or a week before that, I was watching the highlights, and all I'm seeing is 1-2 bomb, 1-2 bomb, and relying on the likes of Harry and Charlie and TDK once again and Pito to take their marks. Pito's another one that just got freaking injured again. Calf or whatever it was. So the excitement level went up leading up to the sim against St Kilda, and then straight back down.
So
it sucked. This year just does not feel right. It doesn't feel like 2023. Doesn't feel like 2024. There's very much a negative vibe surrounding 2025, and I don't like it. I don't like it.
This season can go anywhere, I reckon.
Yeah, downhill.
No, I've been so negative in the off season. I've been so negative because I hate it, and I will say this every chance I get: 60-0 in a fucking final. Remember that, and I'll never forget that, and I'll never ever forgive Michael Voss for that performance, because I think he is solely to blame for that. And if anybody can say, but players and teams, mate, he's the head coach, and he allowed that to happen. And when shit hit the fan, he went upstairs. So
literally,
actual,
yeah.
So I've spent the off season just burning, right? I'm not like, I don't know. Maybe it's the sickness. Maybe it's just the sickness. But I'm not that pessimistic about the season. I think we'll be okay. I actually think things will be okay. And I could be fucking wrong. And we're wrong a lot of the times doing this. But I don't know, man. Something tells me just chill out. Just relax. It's all good.
Yeah, I don't know. But we bring in that kid today. His name Will White.
Another small forward, yeah?
Yeah, so we bring in him. You got Smith injured, ACL, season gone. You think you bring in someone that's going to play a role similar to his? We don't. Piternet's obviously injured. They would have known. Would you bring in a ruckman? Or now that you got, what are they going to use, Silvani as a backup ruckman again? That sort of worries me as well. So it feels like this club is just ran by nuffies. I don't know what they're doing, or we're just dumb. It's confusing, man.
It tells you about the letting go of always. Did they bank on maybe investing in the small forwards a little bit? I've seen like even Jesse started rotating a little bit here and there around the ground as well. Have they got different plans for him? Maybe the commitment from Granger Barras or whoever else was training with us as well, Liam McMahon. Maybe that wasn't as up to scratch compared to who we drafted. At the same time, I know you said Jagga's obviously gone down. Do we want to give like your Cooper Lord and a number of others a bit of an extra run in the midfield? Camperelli, Jackson Binns. There's a few people there. It's interesting. Like I just think the small forward's been one that we've talked about a lot in terms of not being up to scratch, and all of a sudden now we've got Francis Evans. For last week was Francis Evans, ex Port Adelaide and Geelong, and then Frank the Tank. Yeah.
How many clubs has he been delisted from?
2 clubs.
3
2 clubs.
Oh, is it
2? Andy's reading the future. Big shout out to a familiar name and face to a lot of us here. Ur from Blues Crypto. Great to see you guys again. Blues Premiers in 2025. Shout out to Ur and Blues Crypto team. Had the pleasure of chatting to Ur's son Ali today as well. Keep an eye out. We've got some exciting things coming.
Some really cool
thanks for your support. Yep. Mm-hmm. Indeed. Stay tuned. Thanks for your support, Ur and the team at Blues Crypto. I like the Jagga one. The Jagga one for me, if we can go back to that. I was on the phone to Mus as it happened. Right? I was on the phone to him, and Mus done it. So
sorry for you.
And
what was he complaining about?
I won't repeat the conversation, but I was on the phone to him, and Jagga went down. And then was like, I think Mus was on the road or at work, and I'm like, mate, it doesn't look too good. He's like, nah, he's like, he's 40 kilos, maybe that's why it doesn't look too good. I'm like, no, I'm not comfortable with this. Like, he's walking ginger. I don't feel good about it, and he can attest to this. I was on the phone, and I had a bad feeling. And in fact, I actually had the pleasure of meeting the young man the day after he got drafted. So there's Jags, who was more than happy to come join me for a photo. Absolute gentleman. He was stoked to be drafted. And I've edited it for accuracy. This is the more recent photo of me and Jags after yesterday. But
that's good.
Yeah, I was devastated for the poor kid. And obviously now everyone will get around him. He's got Doc. He's got a lot of players out there. They've got that experience of Silvani, but having that rehab and that program of work that he'll need to get better. And you look at someone like Ashcroft as well, who's come back bigger and better from that. So, yeah, hopefully 2026 come in and give Cripps and Walsh a chop out.
Shout out Jumper Punch tomorrow, their first show back. Get around the boys.
Indeed.
7:00 tomorrow, Jumper Punch channel.
Whilst you're on that, shout out to TJP. Whilst you're on that as well, they got some exciting stuff happening. I will share their live show again. I know we spoke about it a couple of weeks ago. This is Carlton. They've got a promo at the moment. When you buy 2 or more tickets, 10% off. Use the code TJP10. Scan the QR code on the screen for tickets. I'm going to leave it on screen for a little while. It's going
to be such a good night. It's going to be such a good time. All their events are great.
Yeah, if the first 2 events are anything to go by, this is going to be an absolute crack, and it's a long one as well. On a Sunday, the day before the public holiday. Where else would you be? There's a lot of Carlton people will be there. Almost Blues Brothers will be there. I think My Blue Heaven as well.
Bucky
will be there, and a couple of past Carlton players as well. And of course the boys at the Jumper Punch as well. So get around TJP10, buy 2 or more tickets for 10% off. Scan the code. Yeah, can't wait. That'll be sick.
Absolutely. Just going back on Jagga, there's a lot of people are stressing out hard. Like, it's very sad. Very, very sad for the kid. Very unlucky. But if we were relying on an 18-year-old who's never played a game and he's the difference between us winning a flag or not, then the club has a lot of issues that we're not addressing, if that's the case. Very sad. But he's never played a game. People just move on. It's got nothing to do with our season anymore, right? Like, it never had anything to do with this season. We don't know what his output was going to be. So we don't know if we're going to miss anything at all. He might have come out and been a dud. You know what I mean? Like, we actually don't know. Most likely he was going to come out and be very good. But, like, I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference for our current season. Hopefully he comes back and, he's bigger, better, hungrier, more driven. But I don't think it was ever like, our season's done. What's wrong with people? People just need to chill out, man. Like, I don't think anything that's really happened, apart from Nick Newman, I don't think anything that's happened has been dramatic. You know, I don't think anything has been like too serious or too bad that's going to affect the season. So I think we just need, as a fan base, everyone watching, please just chill out.
I think, I think it is though. Like, yeah, you feel sorry for the kid, but I think as you look at what you gave up for him, pick 12, pick 14, you give up, you don't take Houston. I think it's that as well. That builds up like what we could have had. We've gone with the kid and
I get it.
I was fucking devastated straight out. I was shattered, man. I was fucking looking forward to seeing this.
Yeah, of course.
I was looking forward to seeing him play and then fucking moose, man.
It is.
Nah, look, two things. Firstly, Andy, you're wrong because it does depend. Our season does depend on it. But secondly, you're right, and I say that because you're right. It's an 18-year-old kid is probably not going to make the difference to our season. But the one thing that we're probably forgetting is the past trauma that us as Carlton supporters have to freaking deal with. Right? Every season, there's always someone new. It's only we're one training session away from Patrick Cripps breaking his back or doing something stupid like that. I said it now. It's in the air. Go. Call me a Malvadamas next week. The dumbass or whatever. But the amount of trauma that we've seen as Carlton supporters, it's only natural. It's only natural for us to see one kid who's 18 years old, who's never played a lick of senior AFL footy in his life, for him to go down with an ACL. It's probably going to do him the world of good, right? He'll probably be able to put on 15, 20 kilos in the offseason, whatever, right? But because that happens, and because of everything that's happened in the past, we suffer in the moment, and it's so hard as Carlton supporters to get out of that.
Yeah, well, it is. It's trauma. You're right, absolutely. But in saying that, it's like, what can we actually do?
I have an idea. We need to send an imam over to the ground to perform ruqya.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ali in the chat there. Yeah. Actually, need a priest, imam, and rabbi at the club tomorrow to give it a good blessing.
I'll tell you what. We need something. There's got to be someone out there that can.
Not more.
Keep Moose away.
Stay away. Look, I think what heightens it as well. Like, so yes, we spoke about it, and we speak about it time and time again. As a fan base, we are very emotionally heightened when it comes to a lot of things. Right, a lot of news are coming out of the club. And speaking of, what Cripps was saying earlier today, I go back to even what Voss said at the BNF. He alluded to it as well. He just said, you guys need to just, calm down, chill out. Things will happen. We'll go through a bit of a roller coaster, but, we need everyone level-headed. And I guess the one about Jagga that disappointed me the most is that having, snippets from the open training and the practice match where you've seen how he moves and you start to think, oh, wow, this could free up a Walsh or free up a Cripps and how he could work within that midfield as well. And, of course, when the club trades up, as it does, you think, well, geez, they've really invested in this player, obviously for the future. Like, this kid will be a 10, 15-year player for us, hopefully, and have multiple flags. That'd be great. But, yeah, I think that's what adds to the heightened emotion. But I personally now, after yesterday, I started looking at it like, you know what? His best mate, Cooper Lord at the club, like, I would be, if I was Jagga, get in his face and be like, I need you to take that man. I need you to, step up for me, and I can't wait to play with you next year, So, and so too, the leaders of the club have to do that as well. So, yeah, we'll see. See who's going to take the opportunity.
Wishful thinking, George.
The other thing that excited me about Jagga, and I think something that really made me disappointed, is in the highlights that the club showed from him in training, he actually does look a bit like he plays a bit like Nick Dacos. He really does. He's elusive.
Soft, the weaving and elusiveness.
Yeah.
Oh, he's soft.
I think as much as we all hate Dacos, he's a brilliant player, and for us to get someone who plays in a similar style would have been brilliant. Would have been brilliant.
That was an intrusive thought that came out. Bit rusty, boys. Sorry.
But to Carl's point from earlier as well, right? Peto's been injured now. Newman's out. Jagga's out. We've let go of all these small forwards. Are we tinkering too much with our list and our positions and everything like that, because we've got Ollie Hollands going back, we've got Silvani going back, we've got all these, Motlop and Durden coming in. Motlop looked good. Durden we didn't see too much of. We've got 2 new small forwards in Francis Evans and Walter White, who's come in, flown straight in from Albuquerque.
How good's this?
That's fantastic.
Are we playing around too much with the magnets on the board?
That's a good question. That's actually a really good question. I feel like we're doing a lot of work in our defense. What was that? We're doing a lot of work in our defense, and we're doing a lot of work in our forward line, tinkering and moving magnets. I feel like not much has happened in our midfield. Like there's not much talk about our midfield, and I don't think our midfield has ever really been elite. Right? Like I don't think we've had an elite midfield. I think Patrick Cripps is elite. TDK is elite, I'd say.
Yeah.
Sam Walsh at his best is elite. Hasn't been his best since the final series of 23. Chera, I'm a massive Chera fan. Hasn't been his best. Hewitt's, he's serviceable. He's good. He's a good player.
Consistent.
Yeah. You take Kennedy out, who was another consistent player. So we're kind of, we get a bit deficient there. I think Jagga was supposed to come in and help Walsh out and that. So maybe they just went all in on Jagga and it's just backfired on them. To answer your question though, maybe we are doing a bit too much, but we won't know. We won't know till probably halfway through the season if it's worked or not.
Do you think it's the sign of panicking?
No, I think it's a sign of trying to evolve. I think we have to. We have to try things. You have to try it. Like we were too easy to read last year. Teams exposed us in every facet of our game in the back end of last year.
Yeah, but if you're changing players, where they're going to play, shouldn't you change your game plan if we've got one? Because if you're just going to go long bombs,
maybe
what exactly change besides player movement?
That's the thing. I don't know. Maybe we are changing game plans. I actually don't know.
Yeah,
I didn't see any change on the weekend. Were we supposed to see something on the weekend?
I'm concerned. I think we should probably email the AFL and see if we can postpone the season for a year.
This is just the if you know sort of comment here from Jay Baggers. Say no more. Smart humor.
What's worse after watching the practice game is Rob Innes came in and threw 2 or 3 words in speed and power, and that was going to be the the motto for Carlton for 2025. I saw no speed and no power. I saw long bombs. I mean, if you want to refer to that as power, yes, okay, but
the speed of the ball.
Yeah, no speed whatsoever.
Yeah.
After
round one.
I'm seriously worried.
What's the worry? Give me the
game plan.
Game plan.
Aside from a few magnet changes, we've let go of people, we've brought some people in. What's the game plan, which is the most important? That's what's going to win us. That's what's going to win us games. That's what's going to get us in the top 8, top 4, hopefully.
What do we bring in, Buttermall? You say we bring people in. Who have we bring in?
Jagga. That's it.
Jagga.
Yeah, but
no. Didn't we get that? What's his name?
Haynes.
Yeah.
Hey, actually, he was all right. I didn't mind him. I thought he played.
I like Haynes and his son Ollie. Jagga. The age difference is that big.
Shout out to Georgia Cubes. Just come out of the shadows here. Thank you for the donation. I don't like how long Ollie takes to make decisions. I like that this thought would have been stressing George out for a while.
He's not wrong though. He's not wrong.
Shout out Georgie. Hey,
I need George.
Let's talk about that, right? Because we spoke about this last year as well. Ollie is. I think he's great. I think he's going to be great. But now is the time where are you going to actually be great now? Right? This is your 3rd year now. surely his brain has adapted to the speed of the game. It has to now.
You'd hope so if he's in the back line.
Exactly, because if he stuffs up now, it's going to cost us scores.
Yeah, 100%. You cannot take that extra second in that in the halfback.
I think he's a watch this space. I think he's definitely a watch this space.
See, there's too many question marks everywhere. That's the thing. There's too many question marks. You don't know what Charlie's going to do. Let's be honest. The guy just had a screw pulled out of his knee 3 days ago. You don't know what he's going to produce. And if he's even going to be able to come onto the park round 1, round 2, round 3, whenever.
I don't trust the club. I'm saying it openly. Yeah. I don't trust what the club is telling us about Charlie Curnow. I just don't trust it. They said he'll be okay for round 1, but they probably won't play him because, they might rest him to Richmond. Okay. We're already thinking we're better than the opponent. Yes, we should be beating Richmond, but still, all right, we're going to rest him for Richmond. If he doesn't play round 2 against the Hawks, he's in trouble. There's something a lot worse happening to Charlie Curnow than the club is letting on if he's not playing round 2.
I don't think he plays. I said it last time. I reckon he won't be back for round 4 or 5.
Well, that's the thing, right? You got to make the right call and not play him if he's not fit. Otherwise, you risk what happened to him against the Hawks last year, or worse. But then it exposes the club. And I absolutely, I think when it comes to injuries, there's no transparency. And people have asked, what would you like them to tell you? I mean, the truth. Be transparent with injuries. I guess I'd rather rip the Band-Aid off and just say there was a complication or there's an issue.
100%.
Something doesn't smell right, and sort of when there's smoke, there's fire. Something's not quite right with Charlie. I don't know. Shout out to Morris PJ Vetta. Thank you as always. Why doesn't Saad get spoken about his accountability? I
don't think anybody speaks about Adam Saad's lack of accountability more than the Monday Blues, to be honest.
Bad.
I think we absolutely shred Adam Saad on this podcast. So I don't know what you're watching, Morris. I reckon Morris has been watching too many Pearl Jam reruns. In the off season, I went to a Pearl Jam concert with Morris, and we actually had a funny moment. I'm just going to call it out there. So he got the ticket for me or whatever. I was tagging along, and it was cute. And he was he kept coming oh, bro, you enjoying it? I'm like, yeah, bro, it's all right. It's good, It's actually great. And he stops and he goes, when you take your girlfriend to the footy for the first time and you're trying to enjoy the footy, but you got to watch over her as well. He goes, that's what this is like. And I get it. He kept asking me, are you all right? You hungry? Do you want anything? I'm like, I'm all right, bro. Felt like I was on a date.
Get you a drink, babe?
On the way home, I thought I had to put out.
On you, Morris.
Look, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I'm not stressing just yet. It could be anything. This season can be anything. And I think if we're all going in with this really negative cloud over us, we're not going to enjoy the season, right? And it's already hard to enjoy a Carlton season. Let's be real, right? It's one of the hardest things in the world to genuinely enjoy a Carlton season. So I reckon just ride it out. Whatever happens, happens.
Wait till the season starts.
Yeah, if we're gonna hit that red button and we're gonna stress, let's wait till round 4 or 5 at least. Let's not do it after a practice match. It's not even a practice match. It was a match sim, with 30 players. It wasn't even this doesn't matter, right? It makes it worse because, we got some injuries, but I'm not stressed. I think we'll be all right. I'm not going to take anything seriously from the GWS game. Round 1 is when it matters. Round 1 is when we'll know everything we need to know about the team, because we should be beating Richmond by over 10 goals. We should be, right?
I think going back to just keeping a bit of a lid on it. Part of my New Year's resolution was trying to enjoy the footy more in the sense that absolutely I love that's a weekend ritual, but it's more so actually trying to relax and not get in the mindset of over-stressing during the game, on the way of the game, the results, the whatnot, just actually trying to enjoy the footy. And then when you got in the lead up to the season starting, Newman, Walsh.
Yeah, it just piles on, doesn't it?
Jagga. Like, there's a bunch of things. Well, if you didn't blink there, I could have swore you had fallen asleep. Sorry, I was watching it the whole time, waiting for a blink. Oh God. But yeah, that is the goal. So PJ, I'm not sure if this is a statement or a question. Do you guys know about Elijah Hollands?
I don't think we should get into it because it's all speculation at the moment.
Yes, yeah. We'll
better just believe it.
Here come the questions.
Say no more.
Bloody hell, Morris. Morris is going to get us fucking kicked off YouTube. He's going to get us sued.
The club's going to bloody come at us with Ken. Anyway, one thing about Elijah. We talk about like midfield mix, and Andy, you spoke about before. The midfield hasn't really been spoken about as much. Who would
shout out Oz? Just before you go on, shout out Oz, absolute legend. Good to have you back.
On yours, looking forward to catching you at the TJP show.
Yep. I want to know where he's watching round one.
Hopefully,
let us know where you're watching round one, Oz. Hopefully, you're at the G, mate.
I think he's watching it with Moose.
Nice.
Talking about midfield mix real quick. Obviously, Kennedy's out, and we've had the injury to Jagga. Who's your preferred midfield mix as it stands at the moment? Say TDK is going to be your sole ruck. Who's your midfield mix? Who are you going in with for round one?
Cripper, Walsh, Hewitt, and obviously Tom the Koning. Is your ruck?
Yeah, and then rotate like your next sort of for the rotation.
Probably Chera.
Oh, Ches, yeah. Keep forgetting about Ches, yeah. And then I guess for depth,
I'd go Chera overall.
Who else that'll come in?
Well, your next depth option, so outside that core group. So obviously, say Jagga was
Doherty. Probably Doherty.
Doc in the mid, yeah?
Yeah, probably.
He'll be on the wing, won't he?
Yeah, but if he has to come in, you can always rotate him and put Walsh on the wing or Chera on the wing or...
Well, this is where you might have to move a few things around. Like, obviously, the other question is with TDK in the ruck, if Pito's going to miss a body a couple of weeks, body of the season, do you go the JSOS
yes.
or do you you sort of he was meant to play backline. Of course, they found him to play backline, but you've got to sort of play him rotation backup ruck / backline. Or do you do a backup ruck, rest him in the forward line and bring Kemp down back? So these are the questions that are in my mind as soon as the Pito injury got announced.
I think the mid-season game last year, again, actually, no, he was out. It was a year before that. I think it was TDK was injured and Pito, and we were forced to play JSOS in the ruck, sole ruck. And he was rotating through the ruck with Harry Mackay. I don't think we've ever been as dominant in the midfield than that game. Reason being is not because of JSOS's tap work. It's he's not going to be able to compete with the big boys. It was more
like have an extra midfielder.
It was more his second and third attempts that completely cancelled out the ruckman after the tap out. So I'm a big fan of JSOS in the ruck, and I'd love to see that combo again in 2025.
For me, I think it was Aiden that done the comment. I don't think you play Sauce in the ruck after an ACL, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Fair.
That's just knee on knee constantly, and it's like, fuck, do we risk that?
Would you risk it if the ball goes down the back and just do it in the back line, or none at all?
Do you mean like just like he takes the ruck in the defensive half?
In the back.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't mind that.
There's barely any jumping in those forward line back line contests. It's more that centre bounce, the centre bounces,
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't want him to take the centre bounces.
I forgot about this one, Adam. They put Cripps in they did, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, that kills me. How many free kicks did he give away?
Everyone was a free kick. Nearly every single one of them.
All of them.
Oh, my God. It's like Cripps is going in the ruck. Yep. You just set up down the field because we're conceding a free.
Just a quick shout out. There's 100 in the chat. 37 likes. Hit the like button. Get it up there. Appreciate you all.
Yeah, get it up there, guys. I want to go back to George's question about the perfect midfield kind of mix. I think Chera is so important this year, right?
Yeah.
And so the two that for me pretty much make or break our season as far as midfield work. Chera has to work in the midfield this year, right? I don't want to see him in the back line. I don't want to see him anywhere else. Just get him in the midfield, get him with his clean disposal that we keep getting told about, and we've seen in the past. Get him kicking the ball inside 50. But Sam Walsh, for me, is the one. Sam Walsh has to get his body right. If Sam Walsh doesn't get his body right, what do we do? Like, what do we do with him?
Cry.
You can't say, all right, I'm not saying you have to just trade him, but
it's an option.
It's Sam
you
Walsh.
Start thinking about it.
When do we say, all right, bro, like what do we do with him now? If he cops another injury, which the way his career is going, he's going to cop many. At what point do we kind of say, okay, maybe the midfield isn't for you? Maybe it's the midfield minutes he's copping. You know, so I don't know. I think Walsh is the key. Walsh and Chera, so important for that midfield.
Well, it's those two that are going to be getting the ball out, right? It's Cripps and Hewitt doing the dirty work, and then it's out to Cripps and Chera, and it's up to them to get the ball to the forward line in a delightful fashion, not the way that they've been getting it in lately, which is long bombs.
Oh, I can't see that changing. I think it's going to be the same. But we'll play maybe one or two games throughout the season where we'll lower the eyes and.
Actually, Zach called it, and then Scotty called it as well.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, well done.
Oh, my beard, you idiots.
Well done.
You can't even notice it.
Can I just, you know what that reminded me of? Was it late 2023 when you clipped that little tiny invisible mic to your beard? And I don't even know. It just blended in well, perfectly.
That's fantastic.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Aiden's asked this a couple of times, so I'm going to address it. What happened to George's room? And actually going back to Scotty talking about my toys. No, in a couple of weeks. So, Jesus Christ. In a couple of weeks, you've thrown me off. The bobbleheads are gone. Anyway, in a couple of weeks, I'm expecting baby number 3. So I have vacated said room.
Been kicked out.
Vacated, banished to the communal. I'm actually it's the kids' toy area right here.
He's at the neighbour's house.
Lego, and my house is. So new surroundings at the moment. So thanks for your concern, Aiden. I know you've said that a couple of times in the chat. So
knocked on the neighbour's door. Do you mind if I just pop in the corner, just use one of the rooms for about an hour?
Just an hour on Mondays.
Yeah. Just a quick one. We were meant to go next week. We were meant to recommence next week, but we actually said this morning, guys, I think we need an emergency pod today. Yes, Oz 13th, round 1.
On your Oz.
See you there.
That's an away game, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Hope everyone got
anyone, actually, I was just about to say, for anyone who had to upgrade or get tickets for the away games, how was the wait on Ticketek and Ticketmaster? Because Georgie and I went through absolute hell. Ticketek is a shambles.
Yep.
I just want to put it out there. If anyone is watching and you work for Ticketek, your company is a disgrace. Get us free tickets, please. Yes. I had the Collingwood tickets in my basket. It was there. I put my details in. I put my payment details in. It even sent me the code from my bank. I put the code in. I copied the code. Put the code in. Everything's looking good. Yep. Sorry, unexpected error. It kicked me out. I lost the tickets.
Oh my!
Lucky
God.
Georgie was in there too. But it's think about it. The AFL released 15 rounds worth of tickets in one go, like for every team. It's not smart. Not smart at all.
They do it on purpose so everyone goes crazy. People like George and Andy.
Yeah, probably.
I think it just reminded me of how bad the finals were with Ticketek. I mean, actually, I say that because I've never really known how to book tickets for finals because we've never been there. But anyway, but it's like Ticketmaster was fine. I think the Kangas game, which was one of the first to sell out, as it does every year, the Good Friday game. That was easy. Within a couple of minutes got in. But yeah, the Pies, Tigers, Saints game. The Saints game was obviously Spud's game. That was it's crazy. That was double the price of the Pies game, to be honest. I think when we tried to upgrade. So,
oh shit, really?
Yeah. It's the first time we played Saints at the MCG. I think since before COVID. It's like 8-9 years. I think we played them in 2016 or 2017 at the G.
So we got them at the G this year.
We got them at the G. So it's going to be Spud's game. Yeah. It's the Danny Frawley tribute game.
So we might beat them this time.
Shout out Morris again in the chat. Andy, what's the Lanita Estate Avenue sign in the background? Give us the rundown.
Thanks, Morris. This wasn't a planned promotion, to be honest. But I got my own wine label, so everyone knows I got a bottle shop. Bottle O, Pasco Vale, 18 Devon Road. Come in, say fuck Collingwood, get 10% off. But I have my own wine label. Few different SKUs. Lanita Estate is the name. It's a fantastic drop. Thank you, Morris, for that forced promotion. I
trying to get a free bottle.
Morris can get many free bottles. Morris is one of the best. If you don't know Morris, if you don't know who Morris is, he's one of the biggest Carlton supporters you'll ever meet in your life. He's absolute gentleman, top bloke, sick in the head like all of us. His hemorrhoids are still going though, poor bloke. Hopefully you're on the mend there, Morris.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Shout out to Scotty. Says you squeezing those grapes with your own soft, supple feet, Andy. It's actually a great drop from SA. It's a specialty from SA. One of the best ones in Australia.
I am not. I'm not, Scotty.
A mouth on
it. Yes, I'm using a mouse feet.
Part of the prison work.
Yeah, what garb have you got on today? You know what's crazy is that a lot of people in chat probably will trip out and not know that story. I'm not going to repeat it again, but on you, Scotty, for rehashing it. I'll never. You're never going to let me leave that down, are you?
Never.
How long until round 1? 3 weeks?
Yeah, that much. I don't even know, to be honest.
It's 2 weeks, but it feels like ages, but it's not, it's like not. It still feels like a while away.
First game is on the 8th, yeah?
We play on the 13th.
We play on the 13th,
yeah. About just over 2 weeks.
Wait, is the first game on a Saturday?
First game is next week on the 6th, I think. Thursday night.
Thursday night. Right.
And you got your pre-season games that start tomorrow, every day, yeah? There's a game on tomorrow.
Every day?
Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Nice. Something to watch.
Cats Bombers tomorrow, I think. And then
Richmond Collingwood Wednesday.
Nice to, I think, skip opening round this year. Although last year was amazing. Andy and I were talking about literally the other night. I think we talk about it like once a week how great it was.
It was amazing
for anyone who went last year. And the absolute crap we were copping at, quarter time, half time, shouldn't have bothered, go home, this, that, and then to come back and win. And I was watching the video of the celebrations after the siren.
Good luck on your exams. 7.
Shout out 7.
Yeah.
Remember, your score doesn't define who you are.
100% preach it.
Mm-hmm.
Preach it.
Stay with your chest.
The Monday Blues will be travelling this year as well.
Oh yeah.
Where you going? Bali?
Just right. No, we're going to
in.
We've got one trip booked in. We're going to the Sydney game. So if anyone's coming up, if anyone's already got their tickets, and I know Naz was in the chat before. Absolute gentleman. He's
On your list.
he'll be there. I reckon if we get enough people, maybe we should have like a pre-meal before the game or something. We'll just catch up somewhere around the corner from the ground. If there's anything, I heard Paddington is quite a lively, prideful area. So I reckon there's plenty to do around there. So I reckon if we get enough people, maybe we can catch up and have a feed.
Bankstown.
Mus has already earmarked. Mus has earmarked a few places. He's tagged me in bloody ice cream shops and stuff like that.
He did it to me too.
He sent me a freaking petrol station. Like,
Yes, that's what he sent me as well.
What is the burger joint?
No, it's a petrol station that sells ice cream.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And he's
Can
like,
I just say, you go.
No, he's just annoying. Go on.
He sends me this ice cream shop in Sydney, Lebanese ice cream shop. I told him, this is why we're going to Sydney. He goes, if we have time, there's 4 food places I want to go to. Like, we're gonna have to leave. We're gonna have to leave at quarter time.
4. Wow.
4.
Yeah, this guy wants me to spend my trip going to restaurants and cafes he wants to go to.
Can we just recap? Can we recap Mus stressing me out about the type of air carrier we're using?
Oh, did you guys see the convo last night?
It's bad enough, Middle Easterns on a plane, but now Mus is stressing out over the A320 versus the A320 Neo, right? And sending me articles about the jet. I don't know, the accelerator and how
the loss of thrust.
Loss of thrust, yeah. I don't want to be talking about loss of thrust, mate.
Are we talking about Luke Sayers?
Nah, that's a loss of thrust.
I was waiting for someone to pick that up. Come on, well done. Yeah, but we'll be at Sydney. So good, I think great shout, Andy. If anyone's going, hit us up. Definitely,
yeah, man, hit us up. Maybe if there's enough of us, maybe we'll go. We'll get a feed before the game, or maybe we'll just catch up outside the ground, make some noise.
Just keep in mind that it must be one of Mus's 4 approved locations.
It's got to be all 4. It's got to be all 4.
Oh man, yeah. I don't know, man. That bloke, he stresses me out. I'm telling you, yesterday he's like, bro, what kind of plane is it? He sent us like a video, a YouTube tutorial about planes or something. I don't know, man.
I've got my private pilot's license now. We'll be right.
That's right, you do too. Oh,
You'll be right.
I don't know,
I was going to hijack the plane.
Fuck.
Can I just say,
ASIO, you're watching. ASIO, we are joking.
Andy, George, Mus come through.
This is satire. This is satire. Can I just say, he stressed me out when I sent him the seating. I sent the seating plane, and he's like, I don't know, that doesn't look right. What kind of plane is this? Because it had the 3322, and he made me second guess out of booking emergency exit row. This guy stressing me out, man. It's an A320. I'm like, and he wanted a 747 or a 787.
On that distance? My God, Mus, come on, man.
He kills me, Mus, mate.
What's everyone talking about in the thing? The stars? What stars are they talking about? I don't know. The chat's going off. I don't know. Something about stars.
ATAR.
ATAR.
I keep thinking they're saying star. I'm fucking retarded. I'm like, what? My ATAR. I don't want to say it. Carl knows.
Confidential, we leave it.
Mate, I'll tell you what, I'll give you the Carlton answer. We're very happy with the progression of my ATAR score. The club will be in a better position to make a public statement in a few weeks, but at the moment we're happy with the way things are, and
we're happy it happened in 2005 and we left it in 2005.
No further comment.
That's it.
I thought they were saying star. I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? Stars.
Upper.
Are we planning on any other interstate games, or are we just
possibly?
Tell you what, I really well, it's a possibility, right? Like I was really planning on I think mid-June there's a West Coast But apparently that's selling out very quick, if not almost sold out as well. So keen. I think we'll see how we go for other games, but yeah, I'm definitely keen. Definitely keen. There's going to be a few exciting things happening with away games this year, I think.
I was just said, what about Perth? I'd love to go to Perth personally, but it's a bit of a hike, Perth. Like if you're going to go to Perth, you got to go for a few days. You know, if anyone in the chat has been to Perth, what are your thoughts on it? Is it worth it?
I love it. Hell yes.
Have you been to a match?
Not a match. Went to Coldplay a couple of years ago. Went for work. It's beautiful. Great stadium. It was a cold. Sorry, Carl. I didn't pick up what you put down there, mate. It's almost after 10 p.m. Almost after 10 p.m. No, I love it as a city. Great place, great beaches, good people. Very keen. Imagine going there and just
four restaurants.
The Eagles. 4 restaurants. We'll have a few restaurants.
10 restaurants.
We got a really good foothold. Like a lot of supporters in Perth. Imagine being at the Carlton Freo game with Jack Nunes after the siren. That would have been something.
That would have been crazy. That was crazy in my lounge room. That was insane.
My shirt came off for that one.
Nice place, Freeman.
Yeah,
it's nice too. But
Friday, I think we're playing GWS this Friday up at Manuka. I believe.
Is it Friday we're playing?
Manuka.
I think so.
Sorry,
I think so. Could be Friday, could be Saturday. And then 2 weeks out from the finals. Not from the finals.
I was in August.
Friday 5:20.
Friday 5:20. There we go. Friday 5:20 against GWS.
This Friday.
Yes.
Yeah. Hopefully we can walk away scot-free injury
Well,
wise.
what do you want? What are you hoping to get out of this Friday?
Get belted by 300, but no injuries. I could not give a fuck.
Yeah.
I think unscathed. Unscathed is the biggest one right now.
We can't afford to cop any more injuries.
No.
At all.
No. And hopefully we can get through GWS without any sort of injuries, irrespective of the score. And then we waltz into round 1 against Richmond at the MCG. I can look, as much as I'm not really looking forward to this season, I can already picture that Thursday night being not too hot, not too cold. Lights are on. Sky's getting darker. It's just that time of night.
Sounds romantic.
So nice. Yeah, it is. It is. Thursday night, round 1, Carlton versus Richmond is always romantic.
Wait.
Yeah.
My favorite thing ever is walking actual to the G, and you see those lights.
The lights.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that?
But that siren, the first siren.
You know what I like? I like how everybody G's up, everybody's G'd up, and then there's a loud roar. You hear the siren. The umpire bounces it. Then there's like a little hush.
Yeah.
For the first, just for the first couple of seconds till someone gets the clear.
As the ball's dropping.
Ball.
Yeah. I love that, man. There's
and then
nothing
we're back.
like it.
And then we got little Miss Old Lady behind us. Oh, wait. No. That's in the away game.
It's an away game.
She'll be there behind us. Shout out. She'll be giving us hell another year. So
Can we try befriend her this year?
No.
Absolutely not.
I'm going to take her some cookies. I'm going to bring her some cookies. They're going to be laced. They're going to be laced. I'm saying they're going to be laced.
Rat poison.
Fence. No, mate, she will literally go out of her way, as you said, to make us feel uncomfortable. Like we're just walking there and she's telling other people, just make sure you report them to the antisocial line if they say anything.
But we're not even bad. That's the thing. We're actually not bad.
No.
There are people around us who just go off a lot more than us.
She's not even a Carlton supporter. That's the worst thing about it.
She's a Collingwood supporter who's
Collingwood supporter. Sits in the Carlton Bay.
Yeah.
Oh my lordy lord.
Yeah, she's got a Carlton membership.
Shout out to a couple of people in the chat. Yeah, that was one. J Baggers guaranteed Tom Lynch starts a fight, and with always someone smaller than him. Never ever picks on anyone his own size. Never.
He's the weakest dog in the league. Tom Lynch. He's the weakest bloke. Just an absolute pea heart.
Cockhead. Good one.
He'll never, mate. He will never square up against someone his size, and you've seen it, time and time again. He'll pick on side, he'll pick on someone until Wettering comes in and gets in his face. Shout out Joe, All as well, mate. Just joined in. Great show already. Appreciate you, mate. Hit the like button if you haven't.
Just want to give Scotty Tompkins a quick one. If you know, you know.
Tuesday nights. Yeah, Tuesday nights.
I hope. Yeah, look, honestly, I'm keen. I'm excited. We're going to do a preview video. Is it next week or the week after? What are we doing?
I think we were going to. I think we got season preview. Yeah.
The weekend after.
We'll aim for the week after, but we'll probably cop another 2 ACLs next week. So we'll have to do another
wow.
We'll come back with a 2025 season preview, knowing that all that we know at the moment, and then then we actually get into the Tigers preview on the Thursday before the game. So next Monday or the Monday after, I think we'll tee that up. Keep an eye out. Make sure you subscribed and enable notifications so you get the little ping before the show.
Hey, straight out, share our page. Hit us up on Instagram. We've got so much happening this year, and I'm just saying we're going to have a weekly giveaway. I don't want to give it up too early, but we're going to have a weekly giveaway this week, and it's going to be sick. It's food-based, so trust me, you want to get around it. Every week, giveaway. This year is the year of giving back. I think we've decided we've got a big year coming up. We've got a few people on board. We'll get into it in the preview show. We've got a couple of weeks just to iron out some details, but it's going to be a big week, big year.
Big year.
Really, really excited. We love everybody that hits us up in the chat, and I think we've all decided that this year's the year we're going to be giving back to you guys. So, hey, if anyone's watching and they want to sponsor us, hit us up. We're looking. Doesn't matter, we've made it quite affordable as well. So, we don't care what you do. We don't care if you shovel shit. We don't care what you do.
$3,000 a week. Hit us up.
Cash, no invoice. No, and that's a good call out, right? I think for supporting small businesses, I think the best thing about the Carlton community is the community, right? So, if we can support, I guess you guys, whether it be you provide a business or a service or goods or anything like that, reach out, right? Hit us up on the socials, on the email. We can, if we can support you guys and expand the reach of your business through different mediums and communities, that's what makes the Carlton community fantastic.
Yeah. I can totally attest to having a small business, right? And just speaking about it on this show, I've met so many people through just me talking about work, right? Through like this platform and also the Jumper Punch. So it helps, you know what I mean? Like I know for me, like I've got so many people that come in now just to have a chat, and it does, it adds a buzz to your business, right? So we don't care what size business you have, how small, how big. If you want to jump on board, hit us up. We're easy to talk to. You can hit us all up on individually, or you can hit us up on Instagram, TikTok. We'll put our email out there as well. We'll probably do a call out on Instagram in the next couple of days, just about the sponsorship. And we just want to help out as many people as we can, right? And if you guys can help us, we're more than happy to help you guys out as well. So that's about it.
Call out. Sharing a couple of comments. Jay Baggers, shout out. So good to have you boys back. So flat all day. Great to have a laugh. That's what we're here for, right? So
Jay Baggers, absolute legend.
Yeah.
And that's what literally this channel was founded on. Having a chat and by the end of it, having a few smiles and sticky no-nos from Carl. But I know you saw this, Amal. Amal looks like a wiggle with that top. I'm not going to let you get away with it.
That's fucking great. What color wiggle is it? What color wiggle? Is it a yellow wiggle?
And what
color is your top, bro? Is it yellow?
Mustard.
Orange? Mustard.
Mustard.
Mild American mustard wiggle.
That's a great condiment. Oz, keep an eye on this condiment. Oz, weekly giveaways. We'll reveal it in the season preview. You're not going to want to miss it. I don't know if we want to talk about not that place, but do we want to hint at the area?
Oh, no. I'll tell them straight out. It's something
in Carlton.
It's in Carlton.
That's it.
Something you can get around. Absolutely. Yeah. This is a Carlton podcast, and we're looking to support local businesses, around the Carlton area, all over the place, to be honest. But we're really, really proud and happy to have someone on board that are in the heart of Carlton. So yeah, we'll give you more info in a couple of weeks anyway. And yeah, man, get on board. It's going to be a big year for us, I reckon.
Yep.
It's going to be a big year. I miss Moose. I miss his big depressed head.
Cool.
Moose the dumbest.
Moose would have blinked twice on this show, I reckon. People always notice that Moose doesn't blink. We know what we should do. He's not watching right now, right? I know he's not watching. What we should do, we should have a secret tally of how many times he blinks. Right? And we'll do one of the giveaways will be like, if you can guess how many times Moose is going to blink during this episode, you get the giveaway.
I'm calling.
Someone calling.
Hey, where's your FaceTime? Everyone wants to say hello. Just put your FaceTime on, you grub. He reckons he's driving.
Responsible ones.
There he is. Hang on. There he is.
Where is he? Look at his head. What a head.
Oh, hello, boy. I hung up on him.
You just confused the shit out of him. Low key, I love how the last 10, 15 minutes we've just gone off rails.
Standard. 10 p.m. behavior.
Good sesh, boys.
Great sesh. All right, great episode. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Thanks for joining us. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out, please.
Not a bad turnout again on this episode. So thank you all for joining in. Until round one, and hopefully we don't have to have another emergency show. Until round one preview, it is sayonara from the Monday Blues. Thanks, gents.
Shout out Morris.